Hey guys, what is going on? Gamer James here. Thank you very much for clicking play. And things have picked up at Bayer Leverkusen. After that horrific and nondescript defeat at Cologne in the last video, we then lost 2-1 to Mainz. But since then, 3 wins on the bounce: 4-1 against Bremen and 2 1-0 wins against Wolfsburg and Darmstadt have lifted them back up to 10th in the division. And they are looking good. They can't qualify for any European competition now, but it's looking a little bit healthy for going into next season. One thing I probably should have mentioned is I'm not the manager there anymore. I was sacked after the Mainz defeat. So, yeah. When I got sacked, when it happened, I was deflated. I was gutted. I knew it was coming. As I said at the end of that Cologne video, I was going to play the Hamburg and Freiburg games, and that was going to be it for this particular juncture in the save. And I was going to I was going to get sacked live in the live com, but fortunately didn't get that far. So what happened then is obviously I had to decide whether to ditch this save and start again, or start again with Bayer Leverkusen, or just carry on in this save and look for another job. Now I did get some advice from the community, from the viewers and everything, and I've decided to continue in the save. I'm going to look. I've got a new job. I'll show you that in a minute, and we're going to go forward with that and see what we can do. What I am hopefully thinking I might do, as my last FM17 save, is to go back and start again with Bayer Leverkusen. Now, before this very first game of the season, this Munchen Lions game in the Cup, I was having a crash. I was having an issue where it would crash on the same day every time. Now, I was using a third-party skin, and I took that skin out and went back to a default one, and it cured the problem. I was able to get past that day and carry on with the save. But I had backed up the save, so I do have a save from just before this Munchen Lions game. So the plan is, for my final save, I'm going to fire it up and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to see what we can do differently. But for now, we are in charge of Olympique Marseille. We are now in Ligue 1. Now, I said at the end of the Cologne video, the job was the manager was looking insecure. I said if it came available, that was the one I was probably looking to go for. I did have an interview at Middlesbrough. If I bring up the Premier League table, just go to England and the Premier Division. Now, as you can see here, Middlesbrough are down. They have been relegated. Hull have gone down as well, and then it's between Swansea, Everton and Watford by the look of it for the other one. Now, I went for that job with Middlesbrough. Just bring up their fixtures a minute, because I got sacked. Where was it? In April. I got sacked on the 15th of April. So around about that time, Middlesbrough still had a chance of staying up. And one of the key things about the interview was that the board said, "Don't get involved in a relegation fight." So I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. I can keep you up if you hire me quickly. I can stay up." Now, Jordan Rhodes is one of my favourite players. As a Huddersfield Town fan in real life, he's one of my all-time favourite strikers, and he's still at the club. So I really wanted to, to give this a go with Middlesbrough and see if I could keep them up. And the whole Brexit thing has me kind of intrigued as well as to what happens in the Premier League with that. Now, the problem is, when they offered me the job, I just had an interview with Marseille, and I really wanted the Marseille job more. So I delayed Middlesbrough to see if Olympique Marseille would offer me the job in the meantime. As it happens, the week passed and Middlesbrough came in and said, right, deadline's here now. Do you want the job or not? And obviously, avoid relegation was one of the stipulations. And when you looked at the table, they were 8 points from safety with 3 games to go. So they were down, they were gone, they were done. So I turned the job down because I was already failing to meet an objective as soon as I walked through the door. Thankfully, Marseille did offer me the job, and they are in all sorts of trouble themselves. If we go to the Ligue 1 table, you can see Paris Saint-Germain have absolutely run riot and 1 defeat in 36 games, and they have just blitzed the division. And Olympique Marseille were in real danger of being relegated. I've had one match in charge, and we won it. We beat Lille 3-1 at home to assure ourselves of a Ligue 1 place next season. Again, if we just go back to the table, there's a tiny possibility that Metz could dump us into the relegation playoff. It's unlikely. We'll need a point from our last 2 games, possibly not even that, depending on other results. So it's looking good for us to stay up. We have Montpellier next, and then Dijon as our 2 remaining games. So the plan is I'll play those, and I'll do the pre-season off camera, and then we'll start next season with on this channel with Marseille as we try and rebuild them. Now there's quite a lot going on at Marseille. There's quite a lot of players coming in and out. I've already got a load of transfers arranged, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get pre-season out of the way. I'm going to finish this season and get pre-season out of the way, and then before the first game of next season, that'll be the first episode, and I will go over everything that's going on, and we'll get underway with a new challenge. But yeah, I just wanted to say goodbye to the Leverkusen save. I think you can probably see I was on the verge of meltdown in some of the more recent videos, and I just didn't enjoy it by the end. So I'm really excited about this Marseille save. Quick look at the finances. They're not too bad. We need to bring the wage budget down quite a lot. Hopefully I'll be able to sort that out over the summer. There's quite a lot of loan players disappearing. We've got a few coming back as well, though, that are out on loan elsewhere. Lucas Ocampos is the big one that's coming back. Really, he's going to be a big player for me next season. So yeah, he is going to be back next season. Yeah, and as I say, we've got 1 or 2 transfers already sorted out, but of course, taking over a new club, I'm sorting out all the backroom staff, so it's a bit of a trek, bit of a trudge getting through the end of the season. So it's going to be a clean start next season at Marseille. I guess the aim is that we restore Marseille to greatness, but don't do it in the corrupt way that they did in the 90s. And we try and catch Paris Saint-Germain. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But guys, thank you very much for watching this. Sorry, no live comment in this game, because there's not really much point. There's nothing really to play for. So it will be a case of sign off now with the Leverkusen save. That is done and dusted. Again, if you do a save with Leverkusen, let me know how you get on. Let me know what tactics, what instructions, what players, everything like that, everything that you do, everything that you use. I'd love to see someone have success with that squad, because it should be possible. I don't understand why it didn't work for me. I've gone in with Marseille. I've played a 4-2-3-1, and immediately we've picked up a fantastic 3-1 win to secure our survival. So I really don't know what went wrong at Leverkusen. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you're going to look forward to season 2 as much as I am, because I'm really excited about this save. It could be really fun, really interesting. And yeah, I hope you'll follow me through that. Thank you very much for all the support on the Leverkusen save. It's been fantastic. The views have been incredible. They've blown my mind for my first real YouTube series. And yeah, again, I hope you'll stick with me for the Marseille one. But if you do want to follow the Journeyman save I've got on the blog, there should be a new article up already by the time you see this. It hopefully went out between the Cologne and this video. If not, it's incoming, so keep checking back. Keep checking my Twitter. The links are all in the show notes. Please click like, please click subscribe, and don't miss an episode of this Marseille journey. And thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you very soon for episode 1 of Mission to Marseille.